Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Hi Krishna, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's an honor to be here. I know Prabhuji for many years. I just met him a couple of weeks back in Mayapur. And now I meet him here on the other side of the world. I thank everyone for coming and those devotees who are also there online. And please accept my respects. Anything that you put your heart into, you will gain success. Whether it's material or spiritual. What's your goal? What's your interest? And why? Why do you put interest in doing something? There must be a reason and should be logical. Wherever you put your energy, you will get success, today or tomorrow. You have to be patient, try your best. And Krishna says, Mattaha smritir jnanam apohanam. I'll give you the intelligence. I'll also withdraw intelligence from you. Just like the child. Do you put knife into the hand of the child? There's a baby there. Do you put knife in his hand? No. He will misuse it. He will hurt himself. When the son grows up or the daughter grows up, he said, Prabhu, say your daughter comes and tells you, please give me $50 or give me $10. You might give her. Now, if the father sees that by giving $10 or $50, he or she actually utilizes that for a good purpose, next time he or she asks you, you'll give it. But by you giving $10 or $50, if he or she misuses it, and next time he or she asks you, you will not give it. It's very simple. Human form of life is like that. It's like the father giving the children money. You utilize this life in a good way, next time you have a better chance. You take this human form of life and you spend like cats and dogs. And then next time you expect to get the human form of life again. You will not get it. That is the law of nature. That is the law of karma. So this human form of life is something that you can do something amazing, something out of the box, something outstanding, something astonishing. Or you can do something to hurt yourself. You can either upgrade or degrade. You can either uplift yourself or degrade yourself. What do you want to do? That a human form of life has the independence and choice to make. You can drink water, you can drink alcohol. You can smoke a cigar, or you can take the smell of the frankincense that is offered to Krishna. He can break the four regulatory principles or lead a life of purity. What do you want to do? Certain things sounds and looks very alluring, very attractive. See all this advertisement around. Have you seen the advertisement of soap? Have you seen the advertisement of toothpaste? How attractive that is? I have seen one advertisement in India, Colgate, Colgate toothpaste, old advertisement. And the advertisement goes like this. The guy is sleeping, right? Total slumber, he's sleeping. He wakes up and his brain doesn't work. Total slumber, wiped out, tired. He doesn't know what his identity is. He's kind of lost. Then he wakes up and then he sees the Colgate. Immediately his brain starts to work. He starts to realize who he is. And the moment he starts brushing his teeth with the Colgate, he starts flying. He's in ecstasy. Now you please tell me, how many, I think most of you have brushed your teeth with Colgate at some point. How many times did you fly? How many times did you feel ecstasy? So this world is a place where both the things are there. Transcendental things, spiritual thing is there, you can get attracted to. And Maya is there, you can get attracted to. You can uplift or degrade yourself. You have the choice. And therefore, the living entities are called Tathastha Sakti, in the middle path. Go this way, you go that way. You can have a knife and you can cut vegetables, cut yourself. What do you want? What I am saying is, Nahi kastir kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, you cannot even stay without any activities even for a moment. You're always doing something, thinking something, feeling something, willing something. You're doing something. You're not idle. Even if you sleep on the bed, you're thinking. You're active. Krishna says, since you have to act, why not yagyarthat karmano nyatra lokayam karmabandhana? Since you have to act, why don't you act for me? Yagyarthat karmano nyatra. If you don't do for me, then karma bandhana. You will get bound up by the laws of nature, by karma. So I was just thinking, all of you are very advanced, well established in some field. If you're a student, you must be hoping that you're a good student. Now, to be a good student, how much energy do you put into it? A lot. Can you just sleep all day and then get a high rank, high mark in the school? No. You want to get into a business, you got to work. You want to be a good professor, you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer. No matter what you want to be a good cook, you have to put time. Have you ever tried to make a chapati? Brown, for me, it's like climbing into the mountain. And don't think for the Mataji, it came in 1 second. No. Try it. You worked hard for it. Even to sweep this place, it's not easy. Try it. So you are already working hard. Now the question is, whom do you want to work for? Why do you want to work so hard to degrade yourself? Why not work hard to uplift? Just like Krishna says, anyway, you cannot stay without work. So why don't you work for me? Now, all of us, in some field or the other, we have focused. We have done so much. And to some extent, we have become successful also. Be it financially, or in some post, or some job that, like a dream job. What have you achieved by that? At the end of the day, we will get old. We will die. We will lose our family members whom we are very, very attached to. This morning I was giving a class and one devotee asked, I'm chanting, but somehow or other I'm very, very attached to my family members. Very, very attached. What to do? I said nothing. Don't do anything. Prabhupada said one thing, and this is in the one of the purports. And Prabhupada says, simply by keeping your eyes open, ears open, look around what's going on, you'll realize the true nature of this world. Yes, we are attached to our family members. No doubt, that's natural. But the reality is, not the family members you're attached to, they will live in this world forever in this body, nor will you, who's attached. So you're losing both sides. You lose that side, you lose this side. So what I'm saying is, while performing our prescribed duties as a husband, as a daughter, as the wife, as the head of the family, yes, as a grihastha, as a brahmachari, banaprastha, sannyas, there are certain activities that we have to do. Along with that, this is dharma, no? Grihastha dharma, they say. Dharma of the husband, dharma of the dharma patni. The word is used in the scripture. Dharma patni, better half, the wife. It's called dharma patni. So dharma is there. The word is, what is dharma? Dharma means nature. What is the nature of the soul? What is the nature, dharma of the water? The nature of the dharma of water is liquid. What is the nature, dharma of fire? The dharma of fire is light and heat. So what is the nature of the soul? Nature of the soul is to serve. So either you serve God or you serve Maya. You have to serve. You have to serve. And sometimes we are very proud. I'm not serving anybody. Seriously? You're really thinking what are you saying? You're serving your wife, you're serving your husband, you're serving your senses, you're serving your country. And mostly we're serving our senses. Our mind says, let's go eat that. And you're running. I want to get that cloth. I want to get these shoes. I want to get this. I want to satisfy my senses. And you're running like crazy. Why are you saying you're so independent? You're not serving anybody. This human form of life is meant to do something substantial. Is to do something so unique you can end all your suffering for eternity. Otherwise, we come back. You may not come back as an American citizen. There is no guarantee. You may not come back as a professor. You may not come back as a doctor. If you believe scripture. If you don't believe scripture, that's your choice. But according to the law of karma, if you misuse this human form of life, next life, you won't get that. If you utilize this form human form, and there is certain activities which is not complete that needs to be completed to get that human form of life again. Yanti deva vrata devan prityan yanti prittivrata bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhya yuno. Jai jatamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamya. As you surrender unto me, I reward you accordingly. So, if we live a life of degraded life, degraded consciousness, sleeping consciousness, next life you'll become a tree. It is conscious, but not as active as humans. You like eating non-veg? Human body is not meant for eating non-veg. The structure of the body is not meant for that. The body, the way the body is made, is vegetarian. So you want to eat non-veg? Next year, not next year, I mean, next life, Krishna gives you a body that is conducive to eating non-veg. This human form of life is meant for self-realization. Human form of life is to make a situation, is to endeavor something that will end all of our problem, which is birth, death, old age, and disease. Today you get sick, you get hospitalized, and you get cured, and you come out. Do you ever get sick again? Or once you're hospitalized, you never get sick? No, you get sick again. There is no tablet, there is no injection that you take one dose and then no more disease. No. When will we realize this human form of life is meant for a higher purpose? So, in conclusion, is that you please try to understand this philosophy that in order to be a doctor, how many years do you have to study? How much sacrifice did you do? Is there a doctor here? Doctor?
Professor.
Professor?
Physician.
So I'm just asking, for you to come to the level of where you are right now, it is not only your sacrifice, but your parents' sacrifice. Many times your friends have helped you in different ways. Your teachers have done so much sacrifice. You put so much time, energy, money, so much. Why? Because I want to be a doctor, because I want to be an engineer. And for how long can you be a doctor for? 30, 40, 50 years? And that's it. Think about it. Yesterday we went to see Topi Krishna Prabhu, who was hospitalized. And so when I entered, he immediately called out my name. He recognized me right away. And everyone was a bit surprised because day before yesterday, he could not recognize. Of course, I didn't go to before yesterday, but he could not recognize his own relatives. And then yesterday he was saying, today I can recognize everybody. And he, I don't know how, boys Kotor, how old is it? 40? You know, at some age, no matter what position you hold in, even the president of this country, at certain age, cannot remember. You actually don't know whether it's day or night. We are so fragile, unbelievable. So all this work that we are doing to become a doctor, to become a professor, or to become an engineer, what, 20 years of studies, 20, 25, 20 years of studies or more, right? And then you get a job. So, sacrifice of everybody. If you're lucky, then you become a doctor engineer. And then you do the job for how long? 20, 30, 40 years. And then that's it. So for 40 years of you feeling that I have a job, you work for 20, 25 years. And then you cannot even eat by yourself. And then before you realize, it's time to go bye-bye. In Bengal, we say, Bala Hari Haribol.
That's right.
All, Ram Nam Satya. You're done. So my point is that for this 40 years of you feeling secured, you have sacrificed so much. Why will you not sacrifice? Why will you not work hard for spiritual life, which will give you not 40 years of security, but for eternity? Why not? If 40 years of security, for 40 years of security, you're sacrificing so much. How many times you were chastised by your parents? Why you not studying? Why? Of course, even your time, there was no internet. But nowadays, parents always chastise, leave the phone, get rid of books. So much pressure. For how long? I am not saying that you should not be a doctor, that you shouldn't study, that you should not be established. Yes, because you have a human form of life, it needs to be maintained. So along with your studies, along with your job, along with your business, if you do not be serious about your spiritual life, the whole purpose is spoiled. As Prabhupada is, I will not give the name, Prabhupada did make a statement about somebody, big guy, very rich, very influential. Prabhupada said in his next life, he'll become a rat and come back and stay in his own house as a rat. So in this life, you're big. Everyone is glorifying you or scared of you because you're a big guy, you have money, you have influence. Next life, you're a rat in the very house that you were the king. So this human form of life is meant to do something glorious for yourself and for others. And one thing, rest assured, Krishna takes care. When you surrender, he takes care of you. Otherwise, we'll go through so much pain, so much bewilderment, so much frustration. Nowadays, how do you relax? You watch a movie, right? You just go through Facebook. And there's this TV shows, the family drama, so much fighting, so much crying, so much this and that. Already so much fighting is going on inside the house, and you're relaxing by watching another family cry. It's just a very funny logic. And then you sit at the phone, you go on, you don't know how 1 hour passed. And it's like, oh, 1 hour gone. Yes, you just spent 1 hour on the net. You don't know what you did. We are looking for that happiness. And we are going crazy looking for here and there. When that happiness can be achieved through spiritual life. Therefore, Nityananda Prabhu says, Sukh lage tabo chesta ami taha দিব তাহার বিনিময়ে আমি কিছুই না লইব. You want happiness? Come to me. I'll give you. I see you struggling so much. সুখ লাগে সর্বজীব নানা যুক্তি করে তর্ক করে যোগ করে সংসার ভিতরে every living entity is struggling to be happy. If you notice, two persons sits down and just chit-chat just about things, just two friends sitting down and just gossiping. Why? Because they get some happiness out of it, some relaxation out of it. But how long that lasts for? Right? Not for long. So for eternity, if you're looking for something for a long term, spiritual life is the process and nothing else. We have put so much energy in our day-to-day life, making our life established. I'm not saying that you should not do that, but if you simply do that only and don't focus or don't balance yourself with spirituality, there'll be only frustration at the end of the day. Why do you feel with so much advancement, the suicide rate has gone up? Why the divorce rate has gone up? Why so much fighting has gone up? So much misunderstanding, so many wars. Why? So advanced. Everything should be more peaceful, more happy, joy everywhere. You see that? No, things are only increasing. Can you say that 30 years back, people were more peaceful, or now people are more peaceful? Without the phone, without the internet, people were more peaceful, or now people are more peaceful? Right?
Yeah, peaceful.
Can you tell me that 30 years back, the vegetables, the water, the environment, that was more pure, or now is more pure? So what advancement are you talking about? So proud that we are about to enter 2023. Now we can fly, we have pizza, we have drinks, we have internet, we have this and that. What have you achieved? You have to buy water. Do you know that in China, the place is so polluted that in the cities, there are, just like when you drive, the gas stations, take gas. So in China, there are places you have to stay there, go into the room, take fresh oxygen, you pay some money, get some free oxygen, then come out. What advancement? What advancement? Food is polluted, environment is polluted, water is polluted, consciousness is polluted, our very thought process is polluted, our relationship is polluted. What advancement? And why? Why we have come to this level? Because there is no balance between spirituality and our day-to-day life. That is why. We just want to exploit to the max. And when you exploit nature, the nature will get back to you. And it's doing. And it has. Time and again, it has been proven. You exploit nature, you will get the reaction. All this global warming and so on, so many natural disasters. The other day I was reading something. It said many countries, many cities in the world will just go inside the water. Why? Because of due to exploitation of the nature. And you will continue to exploit as long as spiritual life does not come into the picture. When spiritual life comes into the picture, then you're relaxed. Okay, all right, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. Now, whatever your mind says, your senses says, you're going crazy. Spirituality comes, very, very balanced. So, this is my humble request to all of you. offline, online, please take your spiritual life very seriously. You've been working very, very hard to be well established in your day-to-day life. Along with that, please try to see that spiritual life is also given importance. And you'll see, you'll become more happy and become more peaceful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, somebody has a question? They're all Pandits. Anyone has any question? Yes, Prabhu.
If people are eating all these meats and other stuff, but earlier it was vegetarian. So in Shakta, and Napur, what was the food they used to eat at that time? How we are degrading?
See, Krishna makes it very, very clear what he used to eat, what was the culture that we find in Srimad Bhagavatam and the Puranas and Mahabharata and all that. All the scriptures are very, very clear. And the description of what they used to eat, what they used to drink, everything is there. And you'll see majority is vegetarian. And there were some people who used to eat non-veg. But there was a whole process to eat meat. And the process is, I don't remember, it wasn't every day, something like once a month or something. They used to sacrifice an animal, like goat or something. And there's a whole mantra was chanted, saying, my dear goat, say if they're killing a goat. So my dear goat, in this lifetime, I'm killing you to satisfy my tongue. Next lifetime, you can kill me to satisfy your tongue. So this was the culture. Now, culture has changed. Non-veg has taken over. But you can also see, slowly, there is more awareness about vegan, about being vegetarian, and it's slowly becoming popular. And doctors are saying how important it is to become vegetarian, not just for the body, but for the environment. You know, to create one, how do you say, in India you say kilo, here can you call it? 1 pound. 1 pound of meat. How much water is needed for 1 pound of meat? Please do your research. How being non-vegetarian is hampering the environment in a big time. Big time. It is not just for the body, but for the environment. Very, very important. And therefore, there are a lot of awarenesses there all over the world, even in America also. You will find more vegetarian restaurants than before. Previously, it was very hard to get vegetarian restaurant. Now, unfortunately, even in India, now so much more awareness is there with vegetarians. And it's coming from all sections, not just Shastra, but the so-called science. So, other people are also encouraging that is good for the body, good for the environment, good for the consciousness, good for everything. All right, shall we end?
So thank you so much, Naru Gopal Prabhu, for your wonderful class. Can you stop the echo?
Oh, I was surprised. I thought suddenly there's a special mic in his voice.
So really, we are so grateful. Prabhu gave very scientific and acceptable class to wake up. So how we can practice devotional life seriously. So I have one questions. Since we all are spiritual being, we all are belongs to Lord Krishna. Also, I heard so many lectures from you. It is related also your previous lecture, also today's lecture. So we are under the guidance of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is preaching all over the world. We are member of the ISKCON, or International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So and ISKCON society, and we also try to involve people and give the spiritual life. But we notice is very few people coming to the Krishna consciousness to get out from the material world and go to the back to Godhead. And 99.99%, what's going to happen, these people, because they are also son and daughter of Lord Krishna, because Lord Krishna also want to get back. So why they cannot come? And we are trying to involve, but people also, even ourselves, myself also cannot convince to be a Krishna consciousness or be a devotee.
Okay, in essence, the question is, why is it so rare for people to accept Krishna consciousness? Krishna says this in the Bhagavad Gita, Manusyanam sahasresu kaschit jatate siddhai. One among thousands accept Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada, while he was giving the class on this verse, Prabhupada said, Krishna said, in Dwapar Yuga, Manusyanam sahasresu. But this is Kali Yuga. So now is Manusyanam millionesu. The Prabhupada said, this is Prabhupada's statement. He said in Gita, Krishna says Manusyanam sahasresu, that was in Dwapar Yuga. This is Kali Yuga, so Manusyanam millionesu. See, anything that is very precious, very valuable, the fact that it is valuable, it is not easily available or acceptable. Does everyone become doctor? That everyone becomes multimillionaire, billionaire? Now, if you say, why everybody is not becoming millionaire? Why everybody is not becoming doctor? Why everyone is not becoming well established? First of all, one thing is there's lack of preaching from our side. And that's why, I'm so happy that you guys are organizing this thing. One thing is, we are not doing enough. So we have to do more. And second thing is, the conditioning of the material, conditioning of the living entities in this world is very, very strong. Very, very strong. Our attachment to material existence, our attachment to misery is very strong. So both are there. Material existence is very strong. Kali Yuga is very strong. We are not preaching. We want to sit in the comfort zone. So there are many, many aspects to it. But there's nothing to be discouraged. And there's 19 people watching the Zoom class. So many devotees are here. You started. I don't think the first day you started, there were so many people. And slowly it's increasing. And as you try to preach Krishna consciousness, Krishna gives you facilities. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenama upayantite. He gives you the intelligence by which you can come back to him. So you want to preach? Krishna will give you the intelligence. And in some parts of the world, preaching is exploding. Look at India right now. It's exploding. There's so much in practically every district, thousands and thousands of devotees. In Bengal, I have, because I'm responsible for Bengal, you go to a district gathering, there's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 devotees. Just a district. Out of 5,000 devotees, 3,000 are initiated devotees. So, I feel very encouraged. I think preaching is expanding. Yes, we need to do more. Yes. Certain people, they're a little bit tired because of the age or whatever it is. Prabhupada disciples, we are very, very fortunate that we still have many, many Prabhupada disciples among us. So take inspiration from them, how hard they worked. Because of them, we are here, no? So we need to do our part. The first generation did their part. We are second generation. So we need to do our part. So you will see the third generation. They will also do. So we just keep on trying. It will happen. It will happen. I'm sure that, when you started, I don't know, when you started this preaching, you did not have this many devotees. And if you go ahead with a pure consciousness, you'll see so many devotees will come. Krishna will send so many people. Like Prabhupada said, Krishna will give you whole America. But the point isn't, that's not the point. The point is that if Krishna gives you whole America, what will you do with it? That's what Prabhupada said. Because one devotee was writing to Prabhupada, there was no money. So Prabhupada gave him some ideas and the money started to come in. The first day, I think it was on $7, $8 came. He wrote to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, we got $7. The next day, oh, Prabhupada, we got $10. So Prabhupada wrote him, he said, don't worry, Krishna will give you all the facilities. You just try your best to please him. And he said, why $5, $10? Krishna will give you whole America. But the point is that if Krishna gives you whole America, what will you do with it? Krishna will give you all facilities. We try our best. Okay, this is the last question. Gaura Krishna Prabhu. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Dhanyavad, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Dhanyavad.
Very nice class, nice discussion. But I have a very critical question. Critical question is that we are seeing, very higher platform devotees, and it's very pure level devotees. Is I have seen very, in present, very present, news I have seen, like one sannyasi, he got a fall down, but we cannot, think about that. We have seen like Prabhupada time, and now in present situation, sometime Guru Maharaj in his lecture, he says some of his devotees not properly chanting, properly follow the rules and regulations. So Guru Maharaj is suffering, Guru Maharaj is requesting to follow the rules and regulations. So my point is that how come, pure level devotees is coming in this situation, is coming in the false position?
Thank you, Prabhu. It's your question is very practical, and the answer is, in the battlefield, the Rathi Maharathis also get injured. Prabhupada has declared war against Maya. So when you're fighting with Maya, there is every chance of us getting injured. And when a soldier gets injured, then we become more careful, making sure that we don't make the same mistakes. Yes, sometimes the leaders, they have difficulties, which is not very surprising. Maya is very strong. And when you are fighting with Maya, there is chance of fall down. There's a chance of being attacked. There is nothing to be discouraged about. This is something that we can learn from others' mistake. This is nothing to be joyful about. It's a concern that we see that if a sannyasi makes a mistake, if a sannyasi falls down, how careful we have to be. There is a saying, na? Chacha apon pran bacha. So when you see a senior devotee having difficulties, how sincere, how much more focused we have to be in order for us to be focused in our service. In the battlefield, yes, there is a chance of being injured. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So, thank you so much, Naru Gopal Prabhu. You gave very practical example and actually touch our heart. And we need your blessings because by the advice or by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, Sridham Jayapadaksha Masajapad, order New Orleans devotees to place outside of New Orleans. So we have been we started this program since 2018, but I don't know how Naru Gopal Prabhu knew, because whatever he says, everything is right. We started with the very few people. Right now, whole Baton Rouge actually eager to practice Krishna consciousness, and all of them in Baton Rouge area know about Hare Krishna Movement, Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. So by the mercy of senior devotees like Naru Gopal Prabhu, always, these senior devotees are coming in Baton Rouge, they are giving us blessings. So please bless us so we all together can practice Krishna consciousness and success our life is in a spiritual way. So thank you all the audience devotees who are coming every Sunday to support this program. So we should take this advantage. So we should take these opportunities from senior devotees and pure devotees like Naru Gopal Prabhu. So thank you again. So please give us blessings. Without blessings, we cannot advance because Maya is so strong. You gave this very practically. This.
Hare Krishna.
So, one time Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Prabhu is so busy, but still he came all the way from New Orleans. Even when Mayapur and New Orleans, though he's here, but still he's managing all over the world. So many temples depend on his, his guidance. So he's super busy. So we are so fortunate for you.
Now we will move on to the final part of the program, which is Arati. So just give me one moment, going to switch my camera.